Hi, everybody. It's Charlene and PJ here with another episode of 3 Turn 3. Guess what we're going to talk about today?
Maybe a little bit of synchronization.
Exactly. Synchronized Nationals are taking place in Calgary at the same time as what was postponed as the Novice National Championships. Hold on. I want you to be able to see the scarf because it's effort. It's effort this morning.
I feel like we're a little bit kind of matchy. We didn't really plan it. We've got
we should.
It looks kind of floral,
I'm wearing a lovely red lip. You always say that there's everybody can wear a red lip. So we're trying it out today, audience. I'm relying on you to let us know. So we are very excited to be talking about Synchro, and we are even more excited to have somebody on the ground, none other than Miss Claire Beauchamp, Manager of Skate Ontario Communications. Claire, how are you?
I'm good, PJ. How are you?
We are well. Listen, we're going to do a quick session, and you're usually on the producing side of the camera. Is that the goat? There he is.
Greatest of all time. In the flesh.
Yeah. In the fur.
Vincent Van Goat.
Yes.
And we like the fact that your mask has coordinated with your outfit. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to very quickly go through Skate Ontario news like we always do. The biggest news, of course, is what's going on at Synchro Nationals and at Novice Nationals in Calgary. Are the rinks close to each other, Claire?
It's about a 20-minute drive. So, I mean, it could be further, but they're not right next to each other, unfortunately.
It could be further, but then you'd be in Winnipeg. Get
exactly.
it? Like further, never mind. You're in Calgary. So let's talk a little bit about if people want to relive any of the content that we've had over the course of the Olympic Games and headed into Worlds, skateontario.org/2022 Olympics. All of the 3 Turn 3 episodes are there. All of my blogs from Beijing are there. You guys hopefully are covering and watching Synchro Nationals and Novice Nationals. Follow us on social media, but also you can do live streaming through the skatecanada.ca website. So make sure you do that. We have lots of opportunities available for people to join up. We've got some March break stuff happening. We've got all kinds of different courses. So go to skateontario.org/opportunities-series to sign up for that. And what I think of as
our favorite
VIPs. If you're an adult, you probably want to join the seminar that's taking place with Kurt Browning. So make sure you do that. And then again, live stream for Synchro and Novice Nationals through Skate Canada's website, skatecanada.ca. So we are very excited to have you here, Claire. Let's talk about junior and senior synchros to start with, because they're all wrapped up. Tell us about the results. Tell us about what you've seen.
For sure. So last night we had the junior free program. Skate Ontario is represented by 3 teams. So we got Nexus claim the silver medal, Gold Ace with the bronze, and Ice Ignite with a very close 4th place. All 3 teams had amazing skates. They were incredible.
Yay.
Definitely say the caliber of synchro is amazing.
Terrific. So those were our junior teams, and let's talk a little bit about the senior teams.
There were 3 total. So we had Les Supreme won the gold. Nexus from Ontario was 2nd, and Nova came 3rd. What I can say about this event, it was electric. Every team got a standing ovation. The rink was so loud. It was incredible to watch. It was amazing.
That's amazing. So Claire, I've actually been to an event like this, and it's unlike anything I've ever experienced in singles, dance, pairs. Like, for anyone who has never been to a synchro competition, you need to go to one, because as you were saying, it is electric. It's like you go into like a soccer stadium, there are chants, it is wild, it is a good time. So how does this work, Claire, with the standings? Who's going to Synchro Worlds? How does this work? Has that been announced?
So Canada is able to send 2 teams to the World Championships in April.
Whoops.
In Hamilton. So they haven't, I don't believe they've officially announced But with Le Supreme and Nexus coming first and second, I think I would imagine that they would be the ones going.
We can hope. I mean, we can hope.
They were.
We've seen stranger things happen, so we'll just hope.
Exactly. Yeah. You never know. But I don't think it's been officially announced. But hopefully that's coming soon.
Fantastic. PJ? Hello, are you there?
Oh, you're frozen.
She might be frozen. So we did junior, senior, and I guess the novices are still to skate. Is that correct?
Yes. So yesterday, novices had their first free skate program. They do their second one today. Same goes with intermediate and the open categories as well.
Okay, amazing. And so how many teams do we have in those categories? Do you know? Do we have a sense of?
I've kind of made note here of kind of some medal contenders that we have going into today.
Okay, fantastic.
So actually, after the intermediate free program won yesterday, 1, 2, 3 went Nexus, Team Unity, and then Meraki. And then over to novice, Gold Ice is sitting in second, and Nexus is a close fourth right now. So that should be pretty interesting today.
Fantastic.
And then our open team, Capital Ice, I think they're in the sixth going into today.
Okay, fantastic.
So,
that's amazing.
Yeah, we got lots going on today.
Yeah, so you're in the rink. What's going on behind you right now? Is it warm-ups?
Give us
the
view.
Whole
lot going on at the moment.
It's like the calm before the storm.
Yeah, pretty much. It's about to get loud in here. So, no, it starts at 8:45 this morning in Calgary time. The teams have already kind of had their practices, so they're ready to go. I think we're just getting ready for the competition.
Amazing.
So we're all skating people. So, we want to talk about the novices as well. And I'm sorry for the little technical hiccup that there was just there for a moment. But what I want to talk about is what about Synchro attracts all of these skaters? What is it about Synchro that is so exciting to be on a team?
Yeah, well, first of all, I mean, that true team environment, everybody has a role to play. Even the spares that are, standing by the boards just in case anything happens. A few times already this week, I've seen spares have to pop in at the last minute.
Oh, wow.
It's just, as I said before, I think the best way to put the environment here is electric. So they get their flash mobs going. And the entire stands is filled with teams doing all these same dances. It's really cool. So, they have a lot of fun. They're able to work hard together. And yeah, you just don't get that team environment when you're doing, single skating, pairs dance. So it's definitely unique. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I think PJ and Claire, I've actually had the opportunity to jump into a line at a seminar, and I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing. And I'm thinking, back in the day when I was little, we had classes that we had to participate in, but the sport has grown so much since then that when you're thrown in line, thank God I was a decent enough skater. It is exhilarating being a part of their tricks and elements, and it's unlike anything that I've ever experienced. The closest thing I can personally say, and I really haven't done synchro, guys, but it's kind of like my love for fastball and softball put together with skating because of that team environment. But it's like the sport that I love the most. So for anyone at home who maybe hasn't tried synchro, you need to go to an event and you need to try it out because it's actually so much fun. Even their warm-ups are fun. Is that right?
Oh, totally. And you know what? Even the spectators. So, you can tell there's, mom and dad sitting up in the stands and they are fully decked out in team gear. Yesterday one of the teams skated to Cruella. So all the moms were up there with the half black.
I love that.
Cheering them on. It's so much fun. And it's just a great environment to be part of.
Do you know what I also know is that you have to be a really good skater.
Absolutely.
Do some of the stuff that they're doing. you have to be a really good skater. So
Mhm.
gone
Yeah.
are the days where synchro was the discipline that they said, well, if you can't do this, then you can always do synchro.
Mhm.
That's not the case anymore. You have to
No.
be a
Yeah.
really good skater to participate in the teams, and those teams who've made it to nationals are
Mhm.
the best of the best. So we are
Yeah.
definitely Skate Ontario proud where all of this is concerned, and all three of us are skating people, so we know what we're looking at.
Mhm. It's almost like a
Yeah.
team of top tier ice dancers.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
You could see even when they come out for warm up, just when they're get out stroking individually, like I was
Mhm.
like blown away yesterday. I was like, wow, like these guys are amazing skaters. It's
Mhm.
they're the level of skating skills is
Mhm.
pretty amazing.
Well, it's really a testament to their coaches, not just in
Hmm.
Ontario and Canada, but across the world. Like Helsinki, Finland, they have a big synchro hub there. It's the coaches are really pushing the sport, and they have high expectations of these girls and guys, which is also fun to see. So we are there some teams still with girls and guys mixed with some fun lifts, Claire?
Oh, totally. Yeah. Quite a few of the teams. I haven't seen any with a couple of the guys on there, but definitely a
Mm-hmm.
lot of teams have a male skater.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, last night during the senior event, the lifts that they do are mind blowing. It's so impressive because you've got three girls underneath of one girl
Mm-hmm.
in a full split. They're turning, they're traveling,
Mm-hmm.
then they do a little flip down. And then, some of the other elements, they've got like these traveling death spirals where everybody's doing them at the same time. Like it's, it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot, how, like these lifts in senior, like I was kind of like, oh my gosh, taken aback because they're, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they've
pretty
become very
impressive.
technical.
Hmm.
The sport has become super technical, so it's really not far off from what you would imagine to see in ice dance or pairs, just as a team.
Hmm.
And
Totally. Yeah.
historically, I want to just remind people that Ontario has been a hub for
Mm-hmm.
synchronized skating since its very beginning.
Hmm.
Legendary coach Kathy Dalton
Mm-hmm.
with Black Ice. She was somebody who definitely led the way.
Mm-hmm.
Canada's always been near the top in synchro. And of course,
Mm-hmm.
the coaches who are in the sport now, Shelley Simonton Barnett,
Hmm.
as the coach of Nexus. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's amazing sort of what has been accomplished, and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of it here in Ontario. I know we're not the only
Hmm.
province, but certainly historically, Ontario has been super important in pushing the
Mm-hmm.
sport forward. What do you guys see as the future for synchro?
Ooh, well, there's, we have, what's a total of 17 or 18 teams that from Ontario here, at the national level. So, I'd say all of the novice teams that we have here, even like the intermediate teams were very impressive yesterday too.
Mm-hmm.
So, you see these kind of younger kids come out, their skating skills are already getting polished. They look like a true team. So it's pretty inspiring to watch.
Yep. And I think not just, I think, as you said, PJ, Canada has always been a contender in the world, but we're starting to see more development at home because these skaters and their parents are starting to realize, wow, my child, my skater can really have some international experiences. And so the spots for those competitive teams are so sought after that
Yeah.
these skaters are really going out of their way outside of their synchro practices to get ice dance lessons, to get, some work on their skating skills and turns. And I think a lot of that really has to do with, the celebritization, if you will, of synchro skaters worldwide and within this country. The top teams in Ontario and Quebec really have, bless your soul,
Thank
really
you.
have a lot to say towards that, whereby there is sort of like that Caitlin Osmond, Gabby, what is the word I'm going for?
Rivalry.
Thank you. The rivalry. There's a rivalry, not just between Ontario and Quebec, but even within Quebec. A noteworthy performance last night by Les Supremes, but Les Supremes and Nexus and Nova, they are all top tier, and any one of them can win, as we've seen in the last few years. So that sort of rivalry is like the apex of why we're getting this development, I think, especially in Canada right now.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
it's
and
great
all
for the
three.
sport.
It's amazing for the sport. It's amazing for the
Oh,
sport. And, you know, a lot of those girls and guys are just fantastic people and really role models for these younger skaters to look up to.
I agree. I agree. So, Claire, let's turn our attention a little bit to Novice Nationals. So, you're going to a rink that's 20 minutes away from where you are right now. Skate Ontario skaters lead in 3 of the 4 disciplines going into today's competition. So, that bodes well for sort of Team Ontario. And we are definitely #Skate Ontario proud. So, what can you tell us about what's going on at the Novice Nationals?
well, it's I had the chance to get over there yesterday for a little bit. It's really nice to see these kids finally getting their chance out there.
Yeah.
They've been patiently waiting and waiting, and lockdown and non-lockdown, and
Yeah.
so everybody's just the energy is really great over there with the skaters and the coaches. Everybody is super positive. They're just really, really happy to be here and, kind of just finally get their chance.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
have a lot of representation from Ontario at that event as well, if I'm not mistaken. So it's almost like, most of Ontario kind of took a little trip to Calgary. Is that true?
Yeah, yeah, totally. Everywhere we look, we see the Ontario teams, we see the Ontario Jackets, and it's just been really cool to see everybody supporting each other, encouraging each other, and it's been awesome. Ontario, it's been very impressive.
The other thing that's super cool is the fact that the novices didn't get forgotten. So, when there was that huge sort of like turnaround on a dime at the national championships earlier in January in Ottawa, some people felt that it would never happen, that the novices would just be like, oh, well, yeah, sorry. So
Yeah.
I am particularly delighted that our novice skaters are getting their moment and their national championships. Is there anything, I know that you've got to go, you have got a busy day ahead of you. People can look at our Facebook page for photos that you're sending in, and you're posting on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, obviously. Is there anything else that people need to know in order to be able to sort of stay up to speed on what's happening, as far as our social media is concerned?
No, I guess just, follow us on social media. Check it out today. I'll be here on site for the synchro for most of this morning, and then I'll be heading over to the other rink for the majority of the novice long programs. So I'm really excited for that. So just check us out on social media. Leave your well wishes for our skaters because they've worked so hard to be here, and they're finally here.
And if you follow closely enough, you might learn how to tie a tie, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yeah.
For more on that, you need to go check out
yesterday.
the Instagram. Yeah. So for more on that, you can go check out the Instagram, Claire. You're doing a fantastic job. Thanks so much for covering this
Thank you.
out in Calgary.
Yeah,
You
it's been a
are
blast.
great. So, Claire, safe journey home. Behave
Thank
yourself,
you.
for heaven's sakes.
I'll
And
try. I have to get the goat back home safely, so it's only behaving.
good for you. Okay, we're removing you now, Claire. Thank you so
Bye,
much for doing this.
Claire.
Bye for now.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye. And that is Claire on the air.
Claire on the air, giving us the backstage, giving us the whole
Scoop.
business from Calgary, the whole business from Calgary.
The business.
That is okay. There we go. So, Charlene, any last minute things that you want to say to our athletes who are competing in Calgary, both synchro and novice?
Of course, good luck, but mostly have fun. Because you know what? These opportunities have been so few and far between in the last few years. Just enjoy them. The results, don't worry about them. Just go do your best. And even for, our little people competing this weekend and next weekend in Ontario, good luck to you as well. Just go have fun and perform your pants off.
And you know what? Please understand, skaters of all ages, of all stages, the results aren't yours to control. What you can control is what happens on the ice. And we are rooting for you at 3 turn 3. We so value what it is that you're doing. And we just want you to really enjoy the experience and learn from the experience. As Kurt Browning would say, learn from it.
Mhm.
Look right, look left, and then you know what you have to do.
Well
Darlene,
said.
we're going to be back on Friday like we normally are. This was just a
Yes.
special episode that we wanted to be able to do 3 talking about Novice Nationals and Synchro
Absolutely.
Nationals, being able to wish Team Ontario the very best. So that's it for us. See you soon, everybody. Bye for now.
Happy Sunday.